My name is Sasha Quince, and I'm excited to share with you just a short 20-minute practice of Core Strength Vinyasa yoga. So this is a great introduction to the style of yoga. Before we get started, I wanted to introduce myself. So I have been teaching yoga for over 10 years and practicing for up to 12. And it wasn't always all, peaches and cream for me. I actually experienced a lot of injury from this practice, and so I had to go back in, dive in, and figure out how to move in a space that was more anatomically aligned, more focused on the anatomy of the body, and learn more about the intricate details of how to align yoga practice to the movement of the body, the connective tissue, and the fascia. So at a place that I was in great injury, I thought I would have to give up this practice, and that was heartbreaking. And then I found a style called Core Strength Vinyasa yoga. And it is a slow but empowering and strong style of yoga that helped build my strength, helped get me into flexibility in a safer and more anatomically driven way. And it also helped light up my inner truth, my motivation, and keep me sparked and empowered during some of life's greatest challenges. So I am definitely in love with the style, and I'm excited to share it with you. We move a little differently from what you may have seen before, and that's predominantly because we're moving through our fascial lines, our connective tissue, and we're moving through what's called the deep core line. So it actually starts in the lower part of your feet, and so we use our breath to move through that deep core line. You're going to get lifted here, you're going to feel empowered, you're going to feel motivated, but you're also going to be allowed to create what I call a mental dump, which means just kind of get rid of anything that's been weighing heavy on you. And you need an outlet for that in life. So be able to just mentally dump those repetitive thoughts and what you're feeling about someone or an opinion or what's happening in life right now, uncertainty, and just be able to dump that all out in this place so you can move into a more luscious, energetic flow. So let's begin. Come to a seated position. Place one heel in front of the other. Elevate your spine. And then see if you can just place your hands to your thighs and give yourself a nice little rub of the thigh bones down into the earth. Take a deep breath in and lengthen your spine. And arrive just by simply allowing your arms to your legs. Feel the length of your back body and start to invite the flow of the breath. So as you inhale down through the nose, you want to inhale down all the way towards the pelvis and beyond. And as you exhale, you want to give a nice lift of your pelvic floor muscles, aka bathroom muscles, and then pull your belly inward and upward, all the way up now. And on that inhale, drop the breath down, soften. This is a signature style to this style of yoga called the belly bonfire breath. And as you exhale, you want to pick it up from the root of your core, which is your pelvic floor, and then sweep your lower belly inward and upward. On the inhale, soften the breath down, make space. Exhale, give a nice hug of the pelvic floor, squeeze it up, lift your belly inward and upward, and press out the old air. This is not definitely a breathing practice that you would get right away. It takes time to understand it, but once you do, the benefits are golden, such as detox and stimulating your filter organs, aligning you in your movements and your transitions, managing stress and anxiety. Inhale, breathe down, soften, increasing your metabolism. Exhale, give a nice lift of the pelvic floor, squeeze the lower belly in and up to press out. Now the next time you inhale down, envision that you're dropping embers of light down into the pit of your pelvis and beyond, into your whole inner core and center. And as you exhale out, feel a nice lift, like a ball of fire beginning to gather through the pelvic floor, lift up through the belly, and let that ball of fire, as if to press out anything heavy and weighing down on you, out and away. And on your inhale, drop the breath down. Create the space that you deserve for this light to expand in all directions. And on that exhale, give a nice lift of the pelvic floor. Get that ball of fire to reach and rise through the pit of your core and to press out anything weighing heavy on you. Allow it to press out. Inhale, soften. Let the breath drop down. Exhale again, ball of fire. Start to gather it and squeeze that ball of fire upward and out. So we will keep aligning with this breath through our whole practice so that it can support our transitions as well. At this moment, set any dedication for what you'd like to mentally done today. So if there's something that you've been repetitively thinking of or a specific feeling that has been vibrating too high for you, then perhaps that's what you dedicate to dump out today. It could be anything else. Because when you let something out, you actually create something new. You allow space for something new to come in. Inhale, breathe down. Exhale, give a nice lift of the old air up and out. Now gently start to circle with me. Create these nice circles where you can inhale half the circle and exhale half the circle. Root your seat to the earth, but allow your spine, which is shaped to the letter S, to gently circle and enjoy this fluid movement. Start to shift directions. Inhale half the circle, exhale to complete. And even allow your shoulders, your neck, and your head to enjoy this movement, the head being an extension of your spine. And then find your center point, get nice and long. Take a deep breath in, sweep your arms up. Interlock your hands and gently press them up to the sky. Not to arch and hug the shoulders up here, but free the shoulders. We're just warming up and slowly begin to slither your spine side to side, showing a nice rhythmic release of the back body. Lower your fingertips down as you inhale, sweep your right arm forward and circle it up and over your head. Exhale, bow. Inhale, open. Exhale, inhale. Beautiful. This time, reach the right arm over your head. Look for length in your body rather than depth. Sweep your belly in on your next exhale and spiral your gaze to the sky. Take a full deep breath down, feeling a release on the whole right side of your body. And lower the right hand, plant it firm to the earth, and free the left side. Begin to circle inward and upward, just allowing these nice rhythmic rotations to move to your own unique body. As you reach one more circle, then send that left arm to the right over the head. Press into your right hand for support, shoulders down on your back, and spiral up, breathing down on the inhale, all the way into the roots of the earth. And then as you exhale, give a nice lift of the pelvic floor and lower belly so you can incorporate your belly bonfire breath to your movement to enhance your benefits and double them. Slowly release. Beautiful. Now we'll go ahead and just find a little bit of core activation. So you can plant your big toe mounds together. Nice. And then I like to start just by hugging your hands under your knees. It's a nice beginner level here. At any time if you feel you end up rounding in the spine, that's an indication that you've lost your core support. So you want to back off to a previous level so you can keep your spine nice and lifted and your lumbar in and up. Gather your knees. Notice my big toes are connected. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, open your knees. Inhale, get long. Exhale, open. You might feel more comfortable to place the hands back here and support with your fingertips facing forward. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, lift. Use your breath so that exhale brings you up and that inhale draws you back in length. Only going as far as you can keep your spine lifted and long. And then release. Tap your feet down as you inhale, reach up. And on your exhale, twist and open to the right, press out. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist and open to the left, noticing that you maintain length in your lumbar as you lean back. Inhale is center. Exhale, squeeze the old air out as you open. Do two more like that. Inhale, exhale. Nice. Plant your toes together, your heels together. As you inhale forward, make Charlie's Angel Mudra. Connect all fingers and point to your index finger. And then sweep it forward. And as you inhale, reach forward. Exhale, lift up and lift up. Inhale, slither forward. Exhale, lift your spine and press the old air out. So get a nice lift of the breath, not just the body. Exhale. Inhale forward. Exhale, lift. Do two more with me. One more. Nice. And then hang out here. Just let everything go. Your hands, your legs, until you can find yourself to an all-fours position. In all-fours position, see if you can come onto your hands and knees by placing your fingertips really wide. So I often refer to this as a gecko gripped on the wall. So these finger pads of yours are like a gecko gripped onto the earth, right? Nice and strong, taking the pressure out of your palms. Your knees are open to make space in your lower back. And as you inhale, soften and look forward. And on the exhale, bend your elbows, lift through the pelvic floor and belly, and circle your spine to the sky. Inhale, gently soften, lean in. Exhale, bow. 2 more like that. Inhale. Noticing I'm creating a bit of a bend of the limbs to gather up through center and then press the spine up, moving through the unique web-like form of our fascia. Exhale. It's a connective tissue that holds you all together. Find your center point. We're going to find our first downward dog. So fingertips strong to the earth. Press into the earth. Deep breath in, prepare. Tuck your toes and use your exhale to carve up through the front of your spine and pour your pelvis back to the sky there. Begin to walk it out for the first one. Just allowing yourself to bend both knees. Nice. A deep breath in and a deep breath out. Feel some length in your limbs here so that you've got equal length between your arms and your legs. Your knees may be bent and your heels, they do not have to touch the floor. Finding your own unique downward dog. Now inhale, send the hips back, and exhale, lift up onto your toes and roll forward into your plank position, getting nice and strong here. Plank can be with the knees up, but if you're sinking in the hips, you definitely want to put the knees down and carve the belly in and up to build strength. Nice. And then press back to downward dog. And we'll do one more wave like that. Inhale, bend the knees, send the hips back. Exhale, roll forward, lean forward, tap the knees, lift the belly. This time, bend the elbows, keep that core connection, and take a few breaths to lower all the way to the ground. Point your toenails, palms underneath the shoulders. Take a deep breath in. We'll prepare for 3 cobra waves. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, bring your chin to chest like a real serpent rising from the earth. Your pubic bone stays down, lumbar gets long, and open out. Inhale, fill. It's a 4-part breath. Exhale, release. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, chin to chest. Lift your belly while you exhale. Inhale to rise. Exhale to lower down. One more time. Inhale, prepare. Grip your fingertips. Exhale, lift the belly in and up. Inhale, sweep your spine long. Hold. This time, lower halfway for your transition. Press back up to your knees. Tuck your toes and send your hips back to downward dog here. Beautiful. Now walk your way forward to the top of your mat and take your time to get there. Bend your knees a lot. Really great to bend your knees so that you warm up and you don't pull too far into your hamstrings, which then affects your SI joints and your lower back. So you want to take time to keep those knees bent. It goes a long way. Allow yourself to drape over your long legs. And even see if you can just walk to one side and then the other. And play the edge of stretch on the side waist. Inhale and exhale. Fingertips to the shins here. Press into your shins to create traction, carve up halfway. And on your exhale, fold, break it down, release. Again, fingertips to the shins. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, release. Now keep your knees bent and start to take a few breaths to roll yourself inward and upward to stand. Take your time to get there. Inhale, reach your arms all the way up. And exhale, lower. Find your hands to your heart. So we're going to begin our core salutation now. And we'll try it at the top of the mat. We'll have one round with our classic fists of fire. And then we'll kind of move on into our goddess pose. So find yourself to the top of your mat over here. And as you inhale, wave your arms in and up. And on the exhale, bow, find yourself to the earth. Lengthen up halfway, grow. Fingertips to the earth and step back to downward dog. From your downward dog, bend your knees and slowly roll forward into plank as you exhale. Remember, plank can be with the knees up or the knees down in service of your lower back, always. Everybody tap your knees down, lean your heart forward, and bend your elbows as you find the earth. 1 cobra wave. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, start to roll yourself inward and upward. Inhale, fill. Pubic bone stays down. Lower halfway, press the hands, lift up to your knees. Tuck your toes and send your hips back. Find your downward dog. Beautiful inversion for the body here, building strength and flexibility, stimulating all and many of your systems.
As you inhale, bend the knees and raise the right leg up. Notice my left knee stays bent here to free my pelvis and my joints back there. Curl your right knee in on your exhale, press away, and remember your left knee can come down to do this, like this. And step your right foot forward. Beautiful. With your right foot forward, tuck your back toes under. Option 1, you can be in a low lunge, which would look like this. Option 2, you could take it to a high lunge, which I'm going to come into right now. So lengthen your spine, press into your right foot, raise your back leg up. Bend your back knee. Again, this is going to help mobilize your pelvis. Lengthen your spine, inhale. And as you exhale, start to roll yourself inward and upward. Find your lunge. Lengthen your back leg as you come up. Inhale, weave your arms up. Exhale, bring fists of fire and squeeze the lower belly in and up. So this is your moment to create that mental dump, because every time you exhale, you dedicate to that dump. Inhale here. Exhale, say, very good. Inhale, say, allowing yourself to throw something into the fire as you exhale for 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, stretch up, everything lifts. Exhale, lower, step back to downward dog. From your downward dog, take a full deep breath in. Bend your knees and elbows. Raise your left leg up, inhale. Bend your standing right knee, carve your left knee to your heart. Right knee can come down to get here. Step your left foot forward. Preparing for either a low lunge or a high lunge, depending what you did on the other side. Lengthen your spine, bend your back knee, and start to roll yourself inward and upward again. Taking a moment to lengthen the back leg. Fists of fire one more time. So as you inhale, exhale, say, inhale. Creating something that you'd like to push into that dump. Allow it to burn out and away. Give a lift of the lower belly in and up with every 2 and 1. Inhale, stretch. Exhale, lower, and step back to downward dog. Beautiful. Bring your big toe mounds together. Inhale, bend the knees and elbows, engage the earth, and exhale, step or hop wherever you land. Lengthen up halfway, get long. Exhale, break it down, bend your knees. Take a few breaths here and start to roll yourself inward and upward. Take a few breaths to roll yourself up to stand. Okay, it takes time to get there. Very good. Reach your arms up and then lower and find yourself back to palm to palm. Now we're going to go ahead and step wide on our mat in a goddess position. So take your stance nice and wide. Turn your toes out and your heels in. The toes out, meaning that your knees are moving over your feet. And if they're not, move your foot under your kneecap. Your kneecap is always in perfect alignment. So just move your foot under your kneecap. Sink your hips down, inner thighs nice and wide. Sweep your spine long. Take a deep breath in and open up. And exhale, curl. Inhale, open. This is our breath of freedom. Exhale, let it out. So when you can create that mental dump, you allow more freedom of luscious energy to move into your life. Exhale. One more. Exhale. Now inhale, reach up. We're going to cactus our arms. Bring your right arm over your left. And then take the back of the hands to meet or palm to palm. Reach the arms up and away. And as you exhale, you're still in your goddess legs, start to slither down. Find your center point and inhale up. Exhale, bow. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Do it one more time. Inhale. And exhale all the way down. Unravel your hands. Turn your toes forward. Spin your right foot open to the short edge of your mat. Walk your right arm up to your right leg. Side angle circles. Reach your left arm back. And as you exhale, bow. Brush the earth. Inhale, open. Exhale, bow. Strong press of your feet. Exhale. And then reach the right arm over the head. Find an extended side angle. Spin your gaze up. Take a deep full breath down to your whole body here. And use your exhale to pick it up from your pelvic floor, your lower belly. Getting that nice detox breath into the active movement as well. Lower all the way down. Turn your right foot to parallel your left. Ninja lunge side to side, which means you bend into both knees, allowing your inner thighs to start to waken up. Breathe. Spin your left foot out to the short edge of your mat. Walk over to the left. press into the earth with your feet. Exhale, carve up through your belly, lower your left forearm to your front left thigh. Reach your right arm back, inhale. And exhale, bow, ripple over. Inhale, exhale. If you can give a belly squeeze through each exhale, go for it. Reach your right arm over your head, spiral your gaze, take a deep breath down towards the belly and beyond. Exhale, squeeze the old air up and out. And slowly release, find the earth, turn your left foot to parallel your right. Let's do a fan lunge here, fingertips to the floor, lengthen up halfway. Please bend your knees as you fold and descend to the earth. Walk your fingertips back if it serves you and you feel balance. Press into your strong feet, your knees are bent. Lengthen your spine and use your exhale to lower over your body. A beautiful inversion right here. An inversion is when your hips are higher than your heart. Deep breath in. Exhale, let it out. Walk your fingertips forward. Reach up long. Go ahead and walk your way back to the front of your mat. Take your time to get there. So you spin your feet, your hips, whole body. Plant your strong hands down and step back to your downward dog. Deep breath here. Let's have a nice vinyasa together. So bend your knees, send your hips back, letting the energy move. Lift up to your toes, roll forward into your strong plank, knees up or down to serve your beautiful spine. Tap your knees down, lift your belly, and take a few breaths to find the earth. Again, we'll have a cobra wave together. Plant your toes nice and wide, circle your spine on the exhale. Inhale to fill. Exhale, lower halfway, press your strong hands, come to your knees. Seasoned yogis, you can come to the tops of your feet, and then transition back to downward dog. Deep, full breath in. Plant your big toes together, bend your knees, bend your elbows, and as you exhale, hop to sit, wherever you land. Come down to the earth. So bringing into a little of a seated flow now. Extend your right leg forward, from the sole of your left foot to the inner right thigh. Bend your right knee to begin. Lengthen up on the inhale. And as you exhale, bow, brush the earth. Inhale, ripple up. So we are meant to move more fluidly. Our body likes that. That's how we release tension and tightness. If we move robotic in a linear movement, we actually miss out on the opportunity to release a lot of long-held tension that we gather. Inhale, reach up. And on the exhale, fingertips to the earth. Sweep your spine nice and long. But just slowly descend. So you want to make sure your lower back draws in and up here, but your seat bones are connected to the earth. Inhale, prepare. And exhale, start to walk your way forward until you feel your first feeling of stretch, your first one. Yeah? And when you feel your first one, you stay. And I'll tell you why. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, start to fold. So when you feel your first feeling of stretch, that's when your body's like, okay, I'm in a good place. I'm going to start to actually create that flexibility. But if you go beyond it, your body's quite smart. It'll create what's called a stretch reflex. It'll lock you out of stretching the muscle, but unfortunately push into the joints, ligaments that aren't meant to stretch or gain flexibility. So you want to find that first stretch and stay, and then infuse the breath. Breathe down on the inhale. Lift up through the pelvic floor and lower belly on the exhale. Get that nice detox breath moving for you. One more breath here. Slowly begin to walk your way up. Reach your arms up. Breathe in. Fingertips to the earth. And kick stretch to switch sides. So your right foot towards your inner left thigh. Bend your left knee to begin. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bow, brush the earth. Inhale, slither up. Exhale, fold. One more with me. And then this time onto your wide fingertips, lengthen your spine. And as you exhale, slowly start to trickle it forward. Inhale, lengthen, kind of back off, determine where you are, and then exhale, fold into it. Feel that first sensation of stretch, and stay to breathe. Inhale, breathe down, create that space. Exhale, give a nice hug and lift. The root muscles begin to rise. Inhale, soften, breathe down to the pelvis and beyond. Exhale, hug it up through the pelvic floor, squeeze the lower belly in and up and press out. Slowly start to reach up. Inhale,
Exhale, lower down. Bring the soles of your feet to connect. Again, coming back to the inner thigh release. Butterfly your knees up and down a few times. Inhale, swivel your spine long. Exhale, bow. Inhale, up. Exhale, fold. This time feeling that first sensation of stretch. So we didn't move into any heavy balances or more intermediate based practices or poses today because we only had 20 minutes. So I wanted to give you a bit of an introduction on a lighter level. However, Core Strength Vinyasa is an all levels practice. So I always offer options for all levels to build and to build stronger by connecting that detox breath to the movement as well. Slowly start to exhale, sweep your lower back in and up and fold as you descend, feeling a sensation in the inner thighs and growing muscle. Deep breath in. And exhale, give a nice hug and lift. You can really feel the pelvic floor and lower belly lift here. One more time, soften the breath down. Exhale, lift up through the root. And gently back off. So we're going to go ahead and break it down to the earth now. And we'll take a block if you have. And if you don't, that's fine. But if you do, keep it handy. You're going to go ahead and lower all the way down to your back in a bridge prep. Your heels pressing into the earth. Nice. Now as you inhale, prepare, press into your strong feet. Breathe into your belly and beyond. And as you exhale, start to sweep up through the pelvic floor, the lower belly, while you raise your hips up into a bridge prep. Inner thighs towards each other. Shoot your knees forward, but scrub your heels back. Shoulders naturally on the back. Gaze point can be up. Take a deep breath in, feeling the energy of your legs and the opening of the lumbar. And exhale, slowly start to descend. Find the earth beneath you. Walk your feet as wide as your mat. So I often do similar kind of blend at the end to restore anything that could have shifted in our sacrum. Knock your knees over to the right, reach your arms wide of your heart. Take a deep breath down towards the lower belly, into the space of the left hip here. Exhale, squeeze and let the old air out. Soften your face, your back body. And then again, swivel it over to the left side, allowing the right hip to descend. Take a deep, full breath down towards the lower right side of your pelvis and beyond. And exhale, pick it up from the root of your pelvis and sweep your lower belly in and up. Inhale, center. Beautiful. So we're going to go ahead and if you have that block, now's the time to take it. And if you don't, you can use a pillow or you can simply just keep your pelvis on the floor but also complete the pose. So press into your strong feet. Inhale, prepare. Sweep your spine up. Draw the block under your pelvis. So this is just below your lumbar and grazing your bottom there. Release your arms down. If you don't have the block, you're either doing it under a pillow or with your pelvis simply on the floor. Extend your legs up. Begin to circle your ankles to get this beautiful, one of my favorite inversions. Great for lymphatic drainage, for circulatory system, and for tired legs. It's just allowing the blood to flow in an opposite way than we're used to all day long. Take a deep breath in and down. Release any heaviness onto the block. And exhale to press anything up and out. Stay for a few breaths, just allowing and enjoying this inversion for your body. Keeping your gaze point up. This actually has the same benefits as a shoulder stand without the weight and the strain on your shoulders. And gently begin to lower the feet to the earth. Raise the hips up. Lift the block if it's there. Everyone lower the hips down. Hug your knees to your heart. Give yourself a nice hug just for showing up today. A deep full breath in. And like all other classes, allow yourself to receive the benefits of everything you've done here through your relaxation. You come to lay down on your mat. I will sit up to guide you into your relaxation. So extend your legs out like this. Rest your arms with your palms facing up. Release your shoulders down to the earth. Take a deep breath down to your whole body. Exhale, let it out. Stay laying down. I'll come up to guide you into your relaxation. Allow yourself to remain laying down on the earth. Breathe down on the inhale. Soften into the pit of your belly, into the earth and into the roots of the earth. And as you exhale, just simply soften your whole body. Allow your head to sink into the earth. Allow the eyes to gently drop back into their sockets. Feel the facial tissue unravel and the jaw rest as the tongue floats in the mouth. Relax the weight of your shoulders. Relax the heaviness of your chest and your belly. Surrender any weight around the bottom, any heaviness through the pelvis, and allow your legs to melt into the earth. So that wave of relaxation glides down to the tips of your toes. Take a moment to be simply here with all this new space you've created today. And stay as long as you need to, thanking yourself for dedicating this time to lighting up from the inside, for your own fierceness to reach and rise as you create space for self, space for new thoughts, space for new actions, space for new energy. Thank you very much for joining me. Stay as long as you need to in your relaxation. And I enjoyed sharing a little snippet of Core Strength Vinyasa Yoga with each and every one of you. Namaste. Pop any questions you may have in the feed below. We'd be happy to answer.